Hey, what's going on? I have exciting things to talk about today. Let's find out. Yeah? Right? Awesome, huh? That's just one of the many things I want to talk about. Things are changing on this channel for the good. I'll be bringing you awesomeness for you, my awesome subscribers, because you're Team Awesome. You're wondering, Will, or Karos, how? You don't have a laptop or a computer. That's right, I don't. What I do have is 2 mobile phones. One is my working, and one is for filming. Due to advancements in technology, and this being above sliced bread, because I will fight you, and that is no lie, if you disagree with me, that air conditioning and electric fans are the greatest invention ever. I will fight you if you say otherwise. That is the best invention mankind has ever made. Sliced bread comes in at third. Mobile apps that can allow me to put stuff like this in this video and make new actual thumbnails without, running the risk of being hit with a copyright, which I don't claim them as mine anyway, but I will say if it's mine. So yeah. I have Legend. I have a dual screen recorder, as you obviously know. Legend is the little intro thingy, title card, and I have a video editing software. So I'm getting there. So I've already updated the other Let's Talks with the thumbnail. I don't know if I'm going to add music right now. I want to. But it's... I don't know. We'll see where it goes. Because I have the perfect thing that I want to use. Especially for my late night rant and rambles. But we'll see where it goes. Second thing. I want to wish my brother, my best friend, who's been there through the worst and the best of my life. He's sacrificed a lot for himself, for us, his friends. And he's one of those people that you get once every lifetime, and truly appreciate everything that he's done. I don't know about the other guys, but I appreciate it. I'm sure they do too, but But I want to say happy birthday to my best friend Ian. I hope he's having a good one this President's Day. But at least I know where the flies came from. And that just fucking ruined everything I just said. I'm sorry. But that bullshit aside, I hope you have a good birthday. Number 3. There's this previous version called the mashed potato episode, where I was making mashed potatoes at 10:30 in the morning. Instant mashed potatoes, obviously, but it's the mashed potato episode. I was inspired, kinda, sorta, kinda, sorta, but also at the same time, it goes back a couple of days. I was looking for pancake mix, because I wanted to make myself some fucking pancakes. I'm like, ooh. So I grabbed what I thought was pancake stuff. It turned out to be instant mashed potatoes. And I'm like, that's fucking lame. And so, and then I watched a video this morning by another brother, Waylon, from the Black Tower. He was making midnight chili, which I thought, that's actually pretty cool. If you're familiar with that Practical Magic movie, which is like every witch's favorite movie, for some reason, they have that midnight margaritas. Well, that's women. Guys have midnight chili. So, I don't know. I've only had 3 hours of sleep, so. Yeah. Still dealing with that headache. And now I have a neck ache. But, so, midnight chili is a thing. Which, you know, it's a guy thing. Like, guys, you know, have like their own interpretation of chili. Mine is just meat. It's basically chili without the beans. I mean, I will eat chili with beans, and to a lesser extent with noodles. But, I like my chili, one, hot. I like my chili so goddamn hot you can cook a hog's ass in a spoonful. But I also like it with, you know, the appropriate sauce and the hamburger. I don't care for beans, and I don't care for noodles, per se. I mean, I will eat them if someone offers me a bowl. I will eat it. But if I was to make my chili, onions, tomato, I guess, and some tapatio, and a pinch of Frank's Red Hot sauce, and I guess onion. So I'm trying to recreate the chili that I, you know, asked my grandmother to make back when I was oblivious to what she was doing mentally to me. like, she made it a certain way that I liked it, because I said I don't want any beans or anything. And, god damn, that was good. So technically that is my chili. A beanless chili. No noodles, because some people put spaghetti, some people put shells. My mom used to put macaroni. So chili's a guy thing, which is okay. But to make chili at midnight, that was pretty cool of you, sir. You're a trailblazer. Inspiring men everywhere. Except for this guy. He made mashed potatoes at 10 in the morning. Which turned out to be a bad idea. I forgot a Hungry Jack brand mashed potatoes. Way heavy. So, I'm not feeling too well. So I've been on to point 4, I believe. So I've been messing around with the this new app called Cracked Glass. Yeah, Cracked Photo Effect. And if you follow me on Facebook, my profile picture has it. It's basically, you go here, and you choose a photo. You can take one with a camera, or so my ugly mug. So hit OK. Rotate that shit. Move it to where I want it. And save. Then we can go to crack. We can choose each kind of crack in the mirror or the glass. My favorite is the breaking glass, because it looks like it's breaking on me. Now it has an effect where you can choose like a different color. Well, this is in black and white, but I choose blue. But we also have brightness, where we can make it bright. So yeah. And then we have blur photo. So now it looks like I'm really far away and you can see the detail in the glass. Then we have blood. We have normal, which is you hit one right here. I chose this one. Which has that. Undo. And then we have overlay. Which looks more realistic. Especially here as the glass breaks. I really should be doing this in color. I will make a tutorial over this. because I think this app is actually pretty fucking awesome. Then we hit apply. So, when I do go over this, I'm going to show off what I've been doing, because I've been making some pretty good thumbnail pictures. And I got one for private use, which this is private, because I'm not making money off of this. So, I got one for my fucking logo. Look how badass that looks. And this is in black and white, folks. You can... This thing looks awesome in color. I will definitely be showing you this in color when I go over it. But I've been working with the skull here. This is blurry, and this is not. But don't worry, I will be going over this in color. So, because I think it's one of those apps that is actually pretty fun. But yeah, after like a whole week of not drinking, well, actually a week and a half of not having any caffeine, I have caffeine in my system, or I had, and I paid the price for it. But it was to, regain some energy. Since I'm trying to play it smart this time. With Uzio. Trying to play smart, which I don't know why I never thought of that in the first place, but actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. You can go back to my late night rant and rambles for March 2016. You can see how destroyed I was, because things with my significant other was like, there was some strain there and it wasn't going right, and like, what's happening, I don't know. I'd like to know what's going on. And then you can clearly see how fucked up I was. Like, I'm in a situation where I'm at a fragile state, and Uziel comes along and just... Well, I can show you the cracked glass again. I can do that. And then I just fucking lose it. And I mean, granted, my second revenge spell that I've ever done worked. Don't get me wrong, I am very appreciative. I'm surprised it worked as fast as it did. But the problem was, I should have left it there. But no, I had to, I had to keep going. I had to push it. Find new creative ways. which ended up into a binding spell. Basically, somewhere on the lines of, as long as you're in my life, you're gonna have, hellish nightmares. On that line. While I sat back and enjoyed every fucking minute of it. Something on those lines. Well, yes and no. It didn't backfire, but considering that, this whole on again, off again, blocking and coming back and then blocking and then finding me again through a different account. Clearly indicates that the binding is permanent. I figured it would be, broken. After the blocking. Nope. So, and that's why I've been saying careful, when you bind and what you bind to. 2016 was a shitty year. Not just celebrity death-wise, but 2017 wasn't no better, but I recognized, I got my shit straight in my head. I'm not ashamed to admit all this. I mean, I got my shit straight in my head. Or so I thought, anyway. But now things have evolved into a point to where it's sink or swim, do or die. There's still a few things that I'd like to do before I throw in the towel. So, and although seeing her get what she deserves is on that list, but there's some other things that I would like to do first. Like to visit some places, see some natural awe and wondrous art. I had to take care of something real quick. Sorry about that, folks. I'm gonna wrap this video up here, but I'm gonna put a stop to all this bullshit, and from here on out, I'm going to go enjoy life. It's clear what what my options are and what I can do outside the 50 names. And speaking of 50 names, I have a question. And I asked it in the Black Tower. It didn't come out so well. Now, I got this idea from Haitian Bakor. On one of his altars, he had this big pot of money and jewelry that he offers the Loa and the spirits. Now, I've offered Ziku money, giving money back to a prosperity god or deity. Just show him that I'm not above, I'm not above. I'm grateful for his help. So, I mean, if I found like $100 on the street, depending on what I do with it, he's going to get a percentage of it. So, give back to him as offering. And then I also have another offering with the 2 Kennedy $50. Now, if I was to put that in a container, like a old salsa jar, cleaned out, obviously, would that interfere if I just put them both in there, or what? Because I am low on space on my altar, as you have seen, and if I keep, giving money back to Ziku when I can, whenever I get it, that's gonna pile up real quick. I've already got it stacked neatly, so, and it's just a matter of time before it grows. So, if I was to put this money in a jar, would it be okay to put the $50 to that I gave Zagreem in there? So, since it would be technically like a I don't want to say community jar, because that kind of has like that meaning, but I was thinking if I could put it like in a container, I could save space. But I don't want to offend them either. I'm clearly going to declare, that, this is for this one and this is for that one. I'm just trying to save space and try to be respectful at the same time. But, all I know is you don't take the money out of the jar, because they will fuck you up. And that's in voodoo alone. So, I can only imagine what they would do. Because you cannot say that it hasn't crossed other people's minds. Especially when you're offering, money to your deity of choice, your god of choice. Something comes along and then you're like, oh, I need this, because, this bill is due or something. So, yeah, there's no takesies backsies when you give money to the gods. and deities. Once you give it to them, you give it to them. That's it. And if you take it, or if it gets stolen, prepare to get fucked up. But that's what I've learned. But if anybody has an answer to that question, let me know. Because I would like to, implement that. Save space. But yeah. Well, obviously these kids are trying to drive me bonkers, so I'm gonna go check on them and see what's going on. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. All my stuff is in the description box below. I will be doing a video going over that app, and be sure to check out the Legend app that's in Google Play. I'm not really sure about iPhone, but it's really fun. You get to make little GIFs and videos using title cards and whatever picture you want, as you saw in this. So I will catch you all later.